Welcome to this Thursday show edition of the Duckhook Golfers Golf Show. Yes, lucky I am already kind of bald, so you don't have to see the grey hairs that I produced overnight last night. There was some technical issues, and we apologize. But we are here now, and we have plenty to talk about. We've got, right, because we had so many events that's just happened, we have to look back at the major, the Players' Champs, so we'll go through that. And then we had South Downs straight after that, 2 days later, and now we've got the Classic coming up next week. Can you believe it? It's 6 days away. So thank you for making the effort to join us on a Thursday. I'm not alone. I've got the Brains Trust and the Champions Trust, should we say that, on the show today. Let's have a look and say hello, gentlemen. How are you? We've got Frikkie on the top, we got Ryan in the middle, and we got our recent major champion, the Players' Champion, Jaco Jacobs. Let's start with you, Jaco. Has it sunk in? You're a major champion on the Duckhook Tour?
Hey, man, as you know, it's always the first beginning. Champion, it's something that you.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to stop you there, Jaco. Gents, now, you see, we've had a 15-minute conversation before we went on air, right? And now he's breaking up. So I don't understand. Let's hear from the other guys. Yeah, it's the same story. Ryan?
Hello, management. I am still okay, I think.
I'm soon going to have to ditch this or stop doing this show. It's very stressful. Sorry, Jaco, you were just breaking up a bit there. We couldn't actually hear. So we'll try again soon. Thank you, everybody, for watching us here on the chat line. I see you all here. We've got Hansi, we've got Paul, we've got Yanni, we've got Brennan Shaw, Peter Zach, Cornell Clenons, who's coming on tour with us. So we look forward to meeting you there. Neville, Bobby, so on and so. And yes, thank you for joining us. I'm going to get straight into it, right? Because we had the Players' Championship, and that happened on, last Friday at the Eye of Africa. And this was the results, everybody. As you know, or may not know, it came down to the last stretch where we thought Ryan was going to take it, and then Jaco Jacobs went eagle birdie, 17-18, and then Grant went birdie to finish on -3. So what happened then, you may be asking? Well, we went back to have a playoff hole like it is customary, and then there was no sun. Let me just say who else finished. Gerard Gerber finishing 4th, Jandro Heading finishing 4th, Clint Broeders finishing tied 7th with Jacques Kero and Stefan Lombard. Right, so as I said, something had to be done, and the guys decided on the tee box, why not have an 18-hole playoff at South Downs 2 days later, and that is what transpired. But we'll get to the playoff. I'm going to ask Jaco to say something again. Jaco, go for it.
I'll say. Match, yeah, so,
yeah.
You know, it's one of those days. Yeah, no, we started from the beginning, you know, I had a 77 in grass, and then I had to do the triple and a double. So if you take those 2 holes, it was level 3 out, 18 holes. So it was, you know, it was something about, you know, choosing the leader. And, you know, I must unfortunately say, sorry, Ryan, you know, it's easier to challenging a score than defending a score. So, yeah. Yeah, so I must say, you know, standing on the 15th tee, I had like 31 putts, hitting 12 greens, and that stage 10 greens regulation. So, you know, I was one worse than 2 putts. You know, hitting the 16th, I hit it right into the bunker, up and down from there. That was my first 1 putt for the day. Mm-hmm. And then looking at the 17th, you know, the eagle, hit 200 regulation. I must say I made about a 15 meter putt for an eagle. And then I started, you know what, Ryan is so leading so far behind, so far ahead. You know, let's put some pressure on the leader. You know, I said to myself, if I make a birdie on the 18th, you know, that will definitely put some pressure on the leaders. So, you know, going back was +1, so I made a 4-pointer, so I ended at -3
There you
on
have it.
18. Yeah.
Can you believe it? You were probably shaking your head thinking, no, this isn't possible. This is what dreams are made of.
Yeah, as I say, I was hitting the ball well, hitting 12 out of the 18 greens in regulation, I ended up making 34 putts. So the game was there. It's just the bus didn't fall. And then, the last 3 holes, that's where the whole thing changes. 34 putts, shooting at 77, if you look at the rest of the game, it was good going.
Yeah. Before we get to Grant's scorecard, which Flicky will go through, Ryan, we have to hear from you. We honestly thought what was going on. So just let people know, A, how well did you play? How confident were you? And then how did you cock up the 18th?
Yeah, I won't say I cocked up the 18th. I cocked up the last 3 holes.
Okay.
I mean, the first 15 were great. I arrived the other day just to go and enjoy it. It's a major. I actually really do enjoy. It's one of my favorite courses. I tend to generally do well there. So I was just going to go and play the game. And throughout most of the days, you really saw I was at the top there, and I was following the leaderboard and going through, especially passing the halfway house. I was confident. I was thinking, there's a chance you can get to play this. And for some reason, that confidence has dropped way out of the last 3 holes. I think what happened is when I got to the last 3 holes, I think that's when realization struck in, and with the chance of this could possibly be, and just crumbled under pressure. That's all it basically was. I can't say anything else other than that. It felt like I was taking good swings, but I wasn't connecting them nicely. So, and the one fairway that I missed was on the 18th, which went into the bushes. Luckily we found it, but I had to just punch it out and then try and get onto the green. And it was unfortunately a massively long putt, which ended up being a 3 putt, which wasn't good enough. So I even missed out in the playoffs. So that's
Shame.
it's one of those days. But generally I walk out there quite positive because it was one of my better rounds. I think I just shot at 82 gross, which is one of my lowest scores. So very happy. I mean, it was a good day after all.
And may your form continue.
Ryan, I also must say, honestly, we had me like 6 shots behind with 3 holes to play. That was really actually like a miracle. I don't think it's really like you lost the game. It's just a matter, some people played really good golf, including Grant.
Yes.
That's it, exactly. That's it.
Thank you for the segue, Jaco. So let's quickly have a look at Grant's scorecard, Fricky.
Yeah, Mazo. Look, I want to start with Grant not having a great day in the beginning because he missed his tee off with Lucky. So they shifted 1 spot back, and then I think on the 6th hole or thereabout, their cart broke down, and they also lost another hole. So where they should have been in front of us for 2 4 balls, they were actually behind us in 2 4 balls.
Yeah.
But I mean, starting with his game, obviously you can see he's played even, and then getting to a -2 at some point, falling back, getting to a +2, and then that last 2 holes again. I mean, making a birdie and another net birdie, it looks like. A birdie on the last hole to get to the playoff side.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tracking off in the end.
And let me just say, from what I saw, I think only 3 guys birdied the last hole. It is an exceptionally difficult hole to make birdie. I'm sure you'll agree with me. I think the third guy was Clint Broders who made a birdie. So, we were sitting there thinking there's no way. We thought Jaco was going to win it because there's no way he's going to make another birdie. And he did. Just shows you.
He did.
Tournament pressure. Okay, I want to quickly, before we show what happened in the actual playoff, I wanted to show you the gross scores because gross scores are interesting, especially when it's medal. And Jacques Gravenstein tops the charts there with a +476, playing great golf off a 3 handicap. So well done, Jacques, for being the lowest gross score on the day. Grant Nell 77, Jaco 77, Donnie 78. I'm not sure you'll be too happy with that, but it's still a good score. Karacheba 79, and then as we go down there, as Ryan said, 82 was for him, Wayne 84, Donna 86, and then we go down and down and down, and then after this it kind of gets a little long for the guys who were struggling. That's all I can say. It was I thought it was a great day. I thought the course was as normal, challenging but fun. It's always a nice layout, and that's how it all ended. So then we went to South Downs where the boys teed it up in the same 4-ball. We made some shuffles quickly, And Yaku and Grant I caught up with on the seventh hole, and then luckily the eighth is kind of where it all came to an end. Here's what happened. So we pick up the action here after a very tight round of golf between Yaku and Grant. They're playing, of course, for the title of the Players' Championship champion that they tied at the Eye of Africa. There's 2 holes to go. They now are busy trying to fight it out. Yaku's 2 up. All he needs to do is win one of these holes and then it's done to avoid a playoff. So let's see how it happens. That's a decent shot.
I tried to cut that thing, but didn't cut as enough as I wanted to. But let's check, eh?
Players champion, congratulations. What a day. Tell me about the emotions today.
Yeah, I must say, coming from Friday, we never was in the game myself and Grant. I was 6 shots behind, playing 2 to go, and that gave me this opportunity today, to come and play. I must say, Grant also played a very good round today, so I must say it was tough.
Grant, you fought, unlucky. It wasn't to be. Tell me the feelings now.
Yeah, that I can't explain his feelings. It was a tough day in this heat. I think walking caught me a bit today. Should have taken a cart. He got the upper hand there, but yeah, bad luck, eh?
Still happy though?
Definitely, but I think it's still 550 ranking points. So ranking points,
yeah,
might still get me up there, eh? So yeah.
Mr. Yaku Jacobs, ons nieuwe champion!
Major champion. How does it feel?
Yeah, I must say it's my 3rd win for the season, so yeah. I must say first time major, so I'm definitely happy with that.
Apologize again, that was not doing that earlier. Yes, so there it is. So that's how it all unfolded, and then Yaku's quickly going to take us through the actual match play. It looks easier than it was.
Yeah, mate. We teed up from the 10th hole, par 3. When we teed off, there was a lot of wind from the front, and I decided, I'm gonna rather be short than long. So I stick to my club. When I hit it, the wind wasn't as strong, so I hit it over the green. As we know, it was a downhill green. So I chipped it to the bottom, I two-putted it, and Grant made a good 3. So I thought, yes, this is going to be a long day. So after that, I won the next four holes. And that changed the whole game. So I was 3 up after 4. So after you're losing the first hole. So from there, it was just, previously with Eye of Africa, I was chasing, and now I suddenly need to defend. There's two ways to have to look at it. So I needed to defend 3 up after 4 holes. I played solid golf for the first 9. I shot a 38, made a 6 on the last hole, that's starting green. So actually I was level after playing 8, so I made a double drop there. I think where the whole thing changed was on the number 4, the par 5. Grant was also lying next to the green. He made a 6, and I had like a 3-meter putt to make a 6. And I think that's where I made a putt and I was still 2 up. Now, if I've lost that hole, I was only 1 up, and I think that's where the whole momentum has changed. And we pulled it through, so it was 2 up, 1 down, 2 up, 1 up. So until we get to the 16th, he won the hole, so I was only 2 up, 3 up with 3 to play. So, two up, 2 to play, and then on the 17th is where I made the par. So that's why I won at 3 and 1.
Very, very nice. Well done. Plenty of ranking points, as we had mentioned. Right, so that was the Players' Championship. Up next is the Summer Cup. That's on the 2nd of December at Glendower, as usual, where we have a awards evening afterwards. And let's just remind everybody, the qualifying criteria is way different because it's all the winners of the season make it. The top 5s of the majors, the top 5s of the Classic and the Challenge 500, and etc., etc. The team match play final will be played there. The Super Cup of the singles will be played there, and we generally get about 60 guys. Then we enjoy the evening, give away some trophies, which has been ordered, which is great. Moving on. South Downs. Now, moving to South Downs. A couple of things I just want to get off my chest is we apologize for the mess they made, right? Let's be honest. We got there, and if you don't know what happened, basically the dude in the pro shop didn't read the email correctly, and I had said, I don't need these 5 4-balls. From 12:30 onwards, you can cancel them, which he interpreted to we are using those 5 balls, cancel the rest. So I don't know how he kind of cancels 57 people and then keeps 20. So anyway, they had to run around. They were under a lot of pressure, but unfortunately it did impact us a bit. All I can say is, we strive, Ricky, to do 95%. We try our best to make it perfect. But that other 5% is really out of our hands. And I just don't want people to paint the brush over everybody or over Duckhook that was now not acceptable and they're not coming back, and that's not how a social league is run, because I did have a couple of comments which I had to bite my tongue about, because what are we supposed to do? It is difficult when things are out of our control. It was awful.
Look, we did finish, obviously I think it was about 25 odd minutes that we played, or teed off later. The guys did a good job to, trying to accommodate us on that side.
Yeah.
But the guys need to understand that, there is certain things that's out of our controls. There's a few commentary regarding scoring and all that kind of stuff. They need to understand that there's specific rules that's in place. If the 4-balls allow certain things going on in that 4-ball, we have no control. They need to understand it. So it's a whole 4-ball that plays a part into that specific scoring, as an example. Same with what you mentioned now with the tee times. So, if the club messes it up, we do what we can do, to get the guys to play on time. Otherwise, it's out of our control, unfortunately.
And you got to feel for the poor Oaks who had now booked in the open slots, arrived. There was about 4 or 5 4-balls from outside who now had to wait an extra hour until we teed off. You got to feel for those poor people as well, because they were also like, what's going on? I went to as many as I could, because I could see that the South Downs people weren't like communicating what the cock-up was, because there were people waiting to tee off. And I went to them and I said, was a story. We booked a golf day, and then, there was a mix-up. The other thing we just need to touch on, right? And this is the logic around it. When it comes to scoring, gentlemen, I'm going to ask this question quickly. All 3 of you and the guys on the chat line, how often do you get after 9 holes and you compare a scorecard to an app or 18, and there's a discrepancy somewhere where you say you got 17 points and the other guy says he's got 16 points?
In a month, at least twice, Mas. If you play all the games, it's probably twice.
Ryan?
Often, I must say often. I can't even put a number to it.
Yeah. Jaco, you agree?
Mas, you're sometimes so involved in the game You know, even a hole. Sometimes you ask a guy, so why did you make 2 holes ago? You know, keeping the scorecard or even keeping the score capture. You know, it happens so quickly. You need to have two independent people to keep the score happening. So, of course, you can just quickly, you know, miss 1 or 2 shots somewhere down the line.
So the point I'm getting to is, gentlemen, because if you are doing, and this is like 5 occasions this season that I've had to speak to people about this, okay, because it's not on. If you are scoring on score capture and you are doing the scorecard, you do not know if you've made a mistake, because generally the other guy will pick the mistake up because he's doing it. So it's not about cheating or anything. It's about we need to get it correct, because we spend too much time in an entire season, which now Sunday Series 1 has come down to 4 points between 4 people on the last game. You know, you do a lot of effort to get 100% right, and then at the end, if it's wrong, it's a dampener on the whole thing. So what we need to, and if the guys who are watching are in a 4-ball, make sure that 2 people are doing it so you can confer. I often, when I'm conferring, we have different points, and we go back and we go, okay, was it a 6, was it a 5, blah, blah, but you cannot do it if you're by yourself. So I was deeply heartbroken at what happened at South Downs, but that it's been communicated so many times that you cannot do both. So I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say, is that there can be mistakes.
I'd like to just add one little comment onto that before we leave it. As we've said in the past, as well before, if you are on a 4-ball and you've been asked to do the scorecard and you don't know how IPS points work or whichever, nothing stops you from just putting down the scores that everybody has scored, and then afterwards, you guys as a 4-ball can sit together or come to me and I'll help out with the IPS points. Just as long as the 2 people do it so that we can eliminate any mistakes, as Matt says. So there is no excuse really. Just write down what the guys have scored, and then afterwards you go to somebody that can help with the IPS points.
The goal of Duckhook is to be as fair as possible. And people make mistakes, and we don't want those mistakes. That's why there's things in place. Moving on to South Downs, now that we put a bit of a dampener on things. The top 10, this is how it finished. Ian Holzhausen, minus 339 points. Jaco Min, what a round, minus 238 points. He was joined by Frikkie. Well done, Frikkie, 38 points. Ashley Herman, 38 points. So the guys... wasn't extremely low scoring. I thought the course did play difficult. I thought the greens were superb.
Yeah.
But it was not easy. Eddie Ivans, Louis Gerber, Trevor Miller, Steve Saunders, Richard Stewart, all playing in the final 4-ball. And they were very, very impressive, their scoring. So I'll show you just now more about them. So this is what Ian Holzhausen's scorecard looks like. We'll have a look at his and Jaco Min. I must mention how he's improved. Frikkie will go through exactly. He knows the stats on this, but look at him. He got to, on the 5th, he got to minus 1. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 2, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. Just couldn't get it to the minus 4, but extremely well played. And here he played off a 13, if I'm not mistaken, Frikkie. And what was he playing off at Killarney, where he lost out on a countback?
Yeah, I think it was about a 22 odd handicapper, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, he's 9 shots, if I'm not mistaken. So you know, in a season to lose that, 3 months to lose that lose 9 shots in 3 months. That's phenomenal. I mean, we saw him. I think it was at Glendower as well, somewhere there, that he got like a top 3 or so place. But I mean, it's phenomenal for him to finally pip one, and his handicap.
It's unbelievable.
It's great.
Like, I wish I could improve that quickly. How do you drop almost 9 shots and you still shoot 3 under your handicap?
Yeah, no, that's great.
Bloody ringer. Unbelievable.
Put a lot of effort into his game. He's doing well. He must keep it.
It just shows you he's going to be scratched soon, and we're going to be fighting against him. I actually want to play. I spoke to the top 4 afterwards to get their opinion. Now, I don't know if this is going to play. If it doesn't, I'm just going to come out and we'll keep going, because I don't want to watch the So let's see. Long day here at South Downs. Donnie, tell us, how did it go? Top 4 ball?
Yeah, no, it's like we actually had a good game. It was like a fun playing with the boys. I think we brought the best out of each other. It was a day of mix and match for me. I think I had something like 6 or 7 birdies today, but equally just more mistakes. So it's just for the last round, just try to minimise those mistakes. And
Penultimate round.
Yeah.
And you've made up some ground. Some ground. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I've made up some ground. I think caught Richard with about 2 shots. I think I'm 1 behind him now, and I think I'm tied with Steven Saunders. So yeah, tied second at this stage.
Tell us about your round quickly.
Yeah, it was good. We actually had some good rolls. I think I stuffed up the third and about 3 or 4 holes back. Could have probably tipped it, yeah, but yeah, it was lekker.
1 round to go, 1 point ahead, lots to look forward to in the final event. Tell me what you're thinking.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Rand Park is an awesome course and a tough course. The 4-ball that we played in today, if we play in the same 4-ball next week, it's going to be tough, it's going to be challenging.
We're coming for him.
Stevie,
1 point.
Stevie's a good competitor. Fricky and I have had some battles over the years where I've won 1, he's won 1. So it's going to be a cool one. But there's never counting Donnie out. The way he played today with 5 birdies or 6 birdies, I don't know what it is. It's something ridiculous. So that's great. Great competitors.
Both 1 behind.
And all good.
So as we look at it, Sunday Series 1 champion is standing between the 3 of you, potentially next week. Good luck, boys.
Thank you.
We'll see.
Cheers.
Thank you.
And it's definitely not next week. I just took the cue from Richard. So this is how it stands. Sunday Series 1, can you believe it? Richard Stewart is leading by 1. If you do not know, and you're new to Duckhook, Richard Stewart actually has a Sunday Series 1 title. I think he won the second one at Kyalami. Steve Saunders is now 1 point behind him. Fricky is 2 points behind him. And Donnie is a further 3 points behind. I think that's probably the 4-ball that the winner will come out of. I don't think that Shandon will be able to score enough points. He will have to shoot 42 and hope that the rest of you go missing. And just to remind you all, if there is a tie, it will be the total points because everybody's played all the games, you see. Oh, except Richard. Right?
So I have a chance. Yes, I have a chance.
That's why the total points are there. So if there's a tie, it will be.
That's why they're there.
Can you believe? How tight is that? 4 points. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, no, Mazza, that's real tight. I think it's one of the tightest that we've had in a long time. You know, number of players. I think the one that me and Richard played, I think in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. I was about 3 or 4 shots behind him. So I mean, this is crazy tight. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Crazy tight. Okay, let's go through the rest of the stuff so that we can get to the classic preview, which we're looking forward to. Okay, let's do the pins on the day. Ryan, you want to go through these?
We do that, yeah.
It's coming, promise.
Coming. Okay, on the pins that we had is a par 3 fifth. Graham de Villiers got that one, and then a par 4 7th, our golf concept, Stefan and Enrique got that one. Then our Shandon got the par 3 10th, and our PJ Hammond got the par 3 17th. Yeah, so that's some good ones there.
PJ, I apologize. I'm sure I took a photo of you somewhere, and it's in the archives of the archives, and I couldn't find it. So I need to take another picture of you so that you're not all silhouette-y. All right. This was the winner of the 4-ball alliance. Can you believe the top 4 were the winner of the alliance? Vicky, did you know this?
Yes, I did actually. Me and Richard and I think Stephen at the end of the night, we said, look, we actually won, and yeah, we're looking forward to our beers.
There's a couple of 7-pointers, 4 7-pointers, gents. That's some awesome golf. Give us an example of one of the best ones.
Mazda, I would say one of them should be the stroke 1, where I had like a 70-odd meter around a tree, cut in fade with a birdie in chip. So that was about 4 points already.
Yep.
And then obviously I think Stewart got a par on that one for 3 points. So that would be the stroke 1. But yeah, that was a lucky 70-meter chip in for a birdie.
Sure. Well done, boys. 92 points, minus 20 between the 4 of you is very, very good going. I just head to head quickly to see what it looks like. Look at that. The blue team are pulling back. They are now 1 victory away from tying the entire series with not many to go. Sorrel Stain unfortunately was on the losing side of the captaincy, and Jan Venter had a bit of a bounce back after his, how should we say, Players' Championship nightmare. I think he still rolls around and wakes up with cold sweats after that day. It might just be getting over it. He might need to watch a horror movie to replace the round that he had. With Grant Nell, Nathan Potgieter, Rakesh, Cornell, Keegan, myself, PJ, Clint, and Martin, all in his team. Big win for myself over Jason. +1.
Yeah, man, I can't believe you did that one. I really had good romance for Jason. I mean, the previous night you had this wedding going on, and I was SMSing Jason and saying, "No, you're gonna do it." And then Jason came up with some food poisoning. So
he did. Yes. He came up with some food poisoning, and I kind of got him on a. People know this on a Jason day. It's not to say I played badly. I started par. I was 2 under after 3 holes, so he was already on the back foot and already under pressure. And then I just kept putting the pressure. He couldn't catch, and then eventually, I think it got the best of him. So I'll give myself some credit there. Finally, breaking.
So man, how does it feel to win to beat Jason? Because I've never done that. I just want to know.
It felt good. It did felt, when he said when he shook my hand, I said, "No, it's not over. We still got another hole before it's confirmed." And he's like, "No, it's over." And I'm like, "Yay!" If you're wondering, let me just jump there quickly while we're talking about it. This is what the top 3 plate people look like now. So one game has been done. Jason plays Koen Pretoria Senior at Woodhill, and then we'll see how that goes. So I won 5 and 4, so I've got 1 win, 5 points difference, and 3. So I basically need 1 more win before that man gets a tattoo.
And that's you.
One match, Maz. One match.
Flicky, I can tell. Let's make it fair. If you win one of the series, then it's squared.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a trophy.
So, but just remember, there might be 2 in the bag. So then it's you,
Then we have issues. Okay, I want to quickly look at. Okay, let's just play. Let's not leave these guys out. The finishing comments after South Downs, and then we're done. Yeah. Tell me, how does it feel to be the clubhouse leader? And now you wait to see if you're going to win.
I didn't even know that.
Yep, you're -3. And we've got Ian behind you. We have to see what he does on this hole. But it can be yours if he doesn't finish it.
This is my second time I play here, and my first Duckhook game was here.
Yes.
So I'm happy. Even if I came second, I'm happy.
Awesome, no? Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens.
Thank you.
Ian, surprise, you are the winner finally here at South Downs. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
Yes, Maz, excited. Baie happy. Nie gedink dit gebeur op die 13 handicap nie. Persoon best geskiet 82, vir gebeur was 85, so ja, yes. Ek is baie happy.
Talk about your game. Tell us about the improvement. What's been the best part of your game?
Die laaste paar maande se baie beter van die boks af. Approach choice is beter en dan my putter het vandag gewerk. Nou 3 putts. So ja, putting was vandag die sukses geweest. Ja, en Summer Cup third major for the year for me.
Now you're in.
Yeah, and then ranking points top 10 Sunday Series 1. Yeah, so I'm ecstatic.
And for Paul Ricketts, that first answer was he putted very well and he was off the driver very well, if you didn't catch that drift. Peter Zach said something here. Going to be a great 4-ball to watch at Rand Park. While my brain's going, Ryan, do you think you can set up a separate leaderboard with just the 4 of them?
Of course, yes. Let's do that.
Then we don't need to do calculations as we're going. We can kind of see what's happening and understand ball by ball.
Yes.
Okay, see if you remember to do that. Player of the season, this is what it looks like. Yaku, you made a massive jump here. Have a look at this. You are now 3rd in the player of the season, but not only that, because there were so many points up for grabs for the major, look at the difference in the average between Grant and Donnie. Grant's 111.94 to Donnie's 111.14. Oh, that is nothing in it. Yaku, there you are. You are literally 1 or 2 good finishes away from taking the top spot.
Yeah, maths, it's like Frick, he likes his Excel spreadsheets. Mathematically, I think there are like 66 people that's still in, qualifying for the 21 games for the season. But I think the top 10, I think we're looking at about 1,000 points. The 1,000 points is two series wins or a major or a classic. And any in the top 10, I even say the top 15 still have a chance to take it player of the season this year.
Yes, it is. I don't think it's as many as that, because you're really going to have to win and hope that the other guys on top, like Adani always finishes top 10, so he's always collecting points, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing. And Wayne is the same. He's always featuring somewhere, so he's always collecting points. Well done to Ian to getting into the top 6. Massive, massive jump from him. All right, so let's take this out and let's play this. Goosebumps, cannot wait. It's so close, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
So just before we go on to Highland Gate,
Yeah.
I just want to say congrats to Jason Dedekant for the
Yes.
GM position that he got.
Correct. So if you don't know, our fellow Duck, Jason Dedekant, is the GM now of Killarney. He's going to do great things there. That's his passion, and he's really going to make it happen. So we're very happy for him. So let's support. I'm like Killarney is my new place now. If I need a game, then that's where I'm going to go, because I'm going to support Jason, and I know he will support us. We've already been in talks about certain things next year. That will all be revealed. I do know that we start our season, I can't remember if it's Sunday 1 or 2 at Killarney, as we try to do, because I love it when it's so lush and green. So we'll be there in January. Okay. Awesome. So well done, Jason. Let's get to the classic. Past champions. If you did not know who the past champions is, well, we all started in 2015 when we played at Reimsig. It was a 3-day event as well. Jason Ivans took the title there. 2017 at Paris and Val de Gras was our first traveling tour. It was a great time. That's where we met Dorian for the first time. He just rocked up and he said, "Hey, I'm Dorian, I'm on your tour." And we were like, okay. And then he was part of the family. Fats Collins, and then there were also the Disco Boys, who went out in the middle of the night after they got smashed after fines, to rather breakerish, if you know what I mean, gentlemen. And off they went, and they found a security shop because the lights were flashing, and I thought it was a disco, and they barged in, and they're like, "Party time!" And I was like, "What's happening?" It's Paris, anyway. We've had our specials. 2018, Donnie Geldernes won at Cara Creek, and then we moved to Highland Gate, and that's where it really became popular because the guys loved going there. 2019, Martinez Becker, what an awesome finish that was. A playoff on the 9th hole. We stuck it within a meter with the 7-iron to take the victory over Donnie Geldernes. 2020, Leon Westhuizen, Highland Gate again. And then last year, as we all know, we've all seen the videos, Ronnie Volhurter is the current champion and the captain of the Ronnie Volhurter team. Boys accommodation, if you have not seen this was on the group, but it's also nice to see. There's the sticks. I want to remind everybody that this is the perfect time to visit people. I mean, you have your house, but there's nothing wrong than going from house to house, having a door with people, catching up. We've got the whole night. It's a lot of fun. Sticks 1, Frikkie, you go through these.
Yeah, Sticks 1, I think they've got different names like Albatross and a Birdie and all that kind of stuff, but we've got Graham, Benforce and Mimpyforce. The family on 6-1. Then we've got 6-2. The Jeansons against the Mighty Ducks there. So, yeah, lucky.
Yes.
Yeah, the 6-3. Well, it's actually the legend group there. 6-3, we've got Trevor and Martin and Lyle and Richard Holman staying there. 6-4, we've got the Durban Oaks, Tian Becker and Jackie Lamb. Looking forward to partner there, Jackie.
Right, then we move into the estate houses. If you don't know where the sticks are, it's literally across the road. This is known as the Dutchie House.
Yes. So we've got the EH1138 Dutchie House. So Fatsy, Pieter, Cornel Kleinans, Marius, Leon Bustas and Boobie van der Spey, Jakes, Lucie Janssen. We've got Ewald, Henry, Pieter, Charlie Rothman, Ronnie Voliter, Steven Saunders, Billy Hall and Godfred Watermeyer on Challenge 500 champ.
I say, pretty much most of them are the same. Then we've got house number, which one is this? It's coming. House number 3, which is WH872. I think I checked this out. This is on the other side of the estate. Myself, Hans Herman, PJ Herman, Edward Kotzer, Gideus Buerta, Grant Nell, and Peter Zaccario. The little story I have for you of this one is Edward, right? Before he came, he said his mate's got a house there. Must I check if it's available? Turns out this is his mate's house.
Oh my God.
Can you believe it? Small world.
Can you believe it?
So when I sent this out, he sent me a message straight away saying, that's my mate's house. So we booked it before he even knew. This is the next one. Dave van Westhuizen. He's new. Donnie Swartz new. Mitchell de Assau, Neville, and Kevin. Kuno Pretoria, Santosh, and Danesh will be in 772. And then there's one more, which I couldn't get an image. Well, I didn't know which house this was. But Simon, Jakub Barend, Paul Vickery, and Mike Finch will be over there. So make yourself familiar where the houses are and let's move around in Caird with everybody. The itinerary, this is very important, everybody, because there is a bit of a change to the last 2 years. And what is the change? Well, it's the tee-off times. I think it's going to be a bit better, to be honest, because last year, if you remember, we teed off around 10 o'clock in the morning, and then we went to around 5. Ultimately, we're all sitting around because we're all awake way before, waiting to tee off. So what's happened this year is we're teeing off a little earlier on day 2 and 3. We tee off at 8:30. So what does that mean? We finish by like 3:30. That gives us 2 hours to go back, chill, shower, do whatever you need to do, and then we go back to the venue for dinner. So it kind of adds more to the day. So this is the itinerary, everyone. Day 1, 8 o'clock to 8:30. We drop the baggage off at the houses. We will get the keys, and hopefully all goes to plan. So if you're aiming for 8 o'clock, then at least you don't need to keep your stuff in the car. Beverages, food, snacks, whatever it is, you can drop it off at the house. 9 o'clock, imperative. We meet at the driving range for a tournament briefing. We do this every year. Everybody at the driving range, even if you're teeing off last, because we need to go through rules, etc., and welcomes, and hello everybody, and chat. 9, first tee off the blue tees. Day 1 is seniors. Then we play, we enjoy, we go off. Generally, we wait, for those who don't know, on the 18th for everybody to come in, and we clap them in, and we watch them come in. And then 8 o'clock at the clubhouse for day 1 show, finds dinner, shirt handovers, prize giving. And then it's only going to be about 2 hours, and then we're back to the houses to carry on catering. The venue, it's going to be fun, so try not to be late so that we can get it all done. I'll let you go through day 2, whoever wants to go through it.
Okay, let me go. Ryan can do maybe day 3. So day 2, Thursday, we start at 8:30, tee off from gold tees. I think it's actually the green tees now. Then obviously between 3 and 6, we go back to the houses. 6 o'clock clubhouse for day 2 show, fines, dinner and prize giving. And then 8 o'clock we go back to our party venues.
Lekker.
And day 3 we've got the classic photo. Everybody please wear your shirts, because you will have received your shirts on the first day. And then we tee off from 8:30 off the club tees, which is the white tees. And then all the players we're going to gather around the 18th green to see the winner finish off. And then from there, 6 o'clock clubhouse for the day 3 show, fines and dinner. And then after that, party hard.
Here we go. And let me just say something about the tour photo. The tops that we've gotten are a little thicker than I thought they were, so they're proper warm. So we'll wear them for the photo, then you can take them off.
You can take them off, yeah.
Jaco, does that sound good to you?
Yeah, automatically, for the guys, for the rookies for the first time, the guys are going to love it. So yeah, being for the second time around, it's something that you're gonna experience, and next time is gonna be. I'm definitely booking for next year. So yeah.
I have a question for you. Last year you were in my house. Now you ditched me to go to the Dutch's house. Is this something I did wrong?
I don't know. It seems like Stephen Saunders is going to join us now this time around. So, I think he can speak more Afrikaans than Stephen. So let's see how his Afrikaans is this time around. So,
how did Stephen land up in that house? That's an actually interesting question.
I think he's bringing the party.
He probably is.
Especially all the whiskey and brandy that he's talking about. So yeah.
Yeah.
He's made lots of promises.
Good man to know. Fats does say party at house 1138. Definitely, it's an unbelievable house, to be honest. 16 sleeper. That's crazy. Leon says, what shirts must we have with our pullover for the photo? It actually doesn't matter because the pullover is going to cover the whole thing. We're all in black, basically, with the logo. That's all we need. Once we take the photo, we can take them off and then keep those for... if it rains, you're going to need them. That is for sure, which it won't happen. Okay. I want to do... Where are we? Handicaps. It's very important. This is very important. And then we will start winding down. Ryan, over to you.
Yes, now the handicaps work because I had quite a few questions. Hopefully the guys are all watching and they had questions. So pretty much as you can see, we're going to work with the cup tees as an example. So if you look at those three, the white tees, say for instance your Saga is a 9 and your Duckhook is a 8 handicap. What we do is with that Saga 9, we calculate what your blue tees are, handicap is, and in this case, for example, if your Saga is 8 on the blue tees, there's a difference of 1. So we apply that same 1 difference to your Duckhook handicap, which in this case, the guy will have a 7 handicap, and then you'll play the lower of the 2, which is handicap 7 for that day that you'll play off. And then the same goes with the green tees, which is back tees. So whatever shots you get on above your Saga, say in this example, say if you're a 13 off the back and you 9 off the white tees, that's a difference of 4, so that 4 gets added to your Duckhook handicap. In this case, with this guy here, he's going to be a handicap of 12 of his Duckhook, and you play the lower of, and then in this case, it'll be the 12 handicap. And that's basically as simple as that. That's how we'll do it. And also another thing to note is that you will, as you can see, you'll have a different handicap for each day. What we'll do is we'll do a final check on day 1 in the morning, and then that will be your handicaps calculated for each day, and it will stay like that for the 3 days. Which doesn't mean that the students submit your scores, still submit your scores every single day, but yeah, that's basically where the handicaps go and how the handicaps calculate. If you still don't understand, feel free to contact me and I will explain it as clear as I can.
Another question I have is, so you say it's locked before we start. So even if I go and shoot 6 under day 1, it's not going to affect day 2's Saga handicap.
Exactly, and the same goes if somebody else shoots 20 over, it's not going to go and affect the Saga for the following day.
Yes, which I think is fair, and it's admin, obviously. Imagine having to...
There's a lot of admin in it, yes.
To try and update everything every day. So what does it all mean? If you want to know what day 1 handicaps look like, well, this is what they look like. I will send this to the group because this is a bit small to look at. Of the blue, from what I can see, is pretty much 90% of the players are playing off their Saga handicaps.
Yes, pretty much. So people like me will play off my Duckhook, which find like it single.
You are the one. That's right. And then there's a couple of new guys who have to, unfortunately, because they haven't participated, have to have a bit of a penalty. I won't say too loud.
Yes.
So you got to play well. And to wrap up, no, that's not what I want. To wrap up, if you are wondering about the pins each day, we've each got one. Yak, you do day 1.
Okay, past 3 years, that one with the big gorge in front, that's one of those nemesis hells, you always want to get it thin and you get it short, so that's one of the challenging hills. For the 9th, that's one with the dam. Last year it was empty. So you need to, if you push it too far right, you're going to be out of bounds. So that's also really a tricky hell, and to hit it close for 2, it's going to be a good achievement. The 13th, that's the one I can't recall.
It's sandwiched between a downhill and a stroke one.
Yes.
Oh, that's before that one. Oh, yeah, no, that's. I don't know which is more difficult, the par 3 or the next stroke 1. So yeah, it's almost like aiming corners.
Yeah.
So if you make a par, there, hit and run, huh?
I would say that
Yes,
the 13th is the easiest par 3 on the course, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Day 2.
Day 2, we've got par 3 7th, and then we've got a par 3 12th. Sorry, par 4 12. I can't remember that one. That's the shortest one.
That's the one down the hill, the one before the 13th.
Yes,
man.
correct. Yeah.
Before the par, yeah.
And then the par 3 50. Is that Bobby's hole?
No, that's the 7th.
No.
Okay.
I think that's
Anyway, so
Snowball's-
par 3
Snowball's
50.
hole, yeah.
Par 350 is after the stroke 1.
It's over that long part. Yes. No, that's
This,
that one.
the 15th for me is that could even be harder than the third, the par 3 third, to be honest.
Yes,
What
because
is-
of the distance.
Long
So
carry.
it's much longer.
What
And if you've got wind, then it's also challenging.
There's not much to miss. So it's either be in the bunker or you hit it to the left of the green. So.
Final day, par 3 third again. Then there's a par 4 16th is the closest in 2. And then the par 3 17th will end off the pins for the Classic. There's prizes for a lot of things. Every day we've got at least 5 or 6 prizes to give away, which includes 4-ball alliance, best score, closest to the pins, etc., longest day, etc., etc., etc. So unless we have something nice for the boys. I have a lot of... I had something I wanted to say, but let me go to the comments quickly so we don't forget you, and then maybe I'll remember. Wayne, why, oh why, does it still feel like forever? I agree. Feels like forever. I'm getting my final little practice round in tomorrow, just to iron out a few things and hopefully carry that form into the Classic. Peter Zach says, congratulations, Jason. Yes, congratulations. And then Peter coming on his first tour, Highland Gate. Here we go. I promise you, Peter, it will be your first and not last tour.
Definitely.
Because
You'll
even
love it.
Barry says, I can't believe I'm not going. Why?
That's your own fault, Barry. That's your own fault. That's just unacceptable.
Come now, Barry. You don't miss these type of things. And then 2020 champ, Highland Gate, baby. Go Team Maz. Yes, go Team Maz. Let's see if we can win it. If you don't know, we won it last year. Yes, this I want to play this. This is from last year. This is an example of how far the tee boxes can be between gold, white, and blue. And this is on the par 3 third, as Yaku said, is the one over the gorge. Now, when you're playing from the back, that gorge is rather big.
Challenge this year is we're going to play off all 3 tee boxes. So we're going to play off the blue tee boxes, then off the back, the pro tees, and then last day we'll play off the white, which is the normal club tees. And a good example of that challenge this year, we're at the par 3 third here over the gorge. It's a daunting hole from the club tees. Now you can move to the pro tees. And that's the difference going to be between like a 6 iron and an 8 iron from the front there, with the wind blowing. And then you also get the blue tees, which is going to be a 9 iron. So yeah, it's a massive difference. I think it's going to be an interesting challenge this year from all 3 tee boxes. Pro tees from the back here. It's 179 to the pin. Now Fricky's standing over there. Let's shoot him. 42 meters difference. Bit left, but it should be good there.
Yeah, so 42 meters is a big difference. Playing off the blue, I think I've got 138 in. Easy 9. It doesn't look that daunting from this side. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Hopefully I can get it on the green. I think it's on the green. I'm happy.
Great shot, Fricky, but it looks like we're in the same spot there.
Looks like it, eh?
Let's see when we get there. Right, so I think my ball landed about in this area, just short of the green. Got a little bit of a bounce right. Ended up about 7 meters from the pin, so really happy with the result from the pro tees.
I think I'm about 4 meters away, so yeah, see if I can hopefully bird this. that's going to give me a line, so we'll see.
Ek dink dit het want die maak is swaarder geword, die goose is swaarder geword.
They don't know we're back yet, so keep sticking Fricky away. We were saying, I think his legs have widened, and then Jaco was saying things are like just hanging. That's it, boys. The classic is now, after tonight, 5 days away. We look forward to it. To the guys who are going on the Tuesday, enjoy. Good luck. Yes, there it is. It's happening, and then later, we got Woodiel and Acacia. We'll worry about that later. We've got a tour to get through. Thanks for watching, everybody. Fricky, Ryan, Jaco, thank you for joining me.
Yes.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. I know we've been on a bit long today, but there are a lot to cover, and at least we made it through the show without a glitch. Kind of. Right, that's it for me. Thanks. The load shedding starts in 1 minute. Bye.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.